welcome back to Sarah Reacts. Today we're going to watch in season 4, episode 6 of Breaking Bad, and this one's called Cornered. So yeah, last episode left me a bit confused with what Gus's plan is for Jesse, because throughout this whole thing he's been kind of, Jesse's like a loose end, dead weight, get rid of him, etc, etc. So I'm quite surprised how they're having him job shadow Mike and gain trust from him. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe because Walt's played the card, that they're thinking of building that trust with Jesse so that they can figure out a way to get rid of Walt. I don't know. I'm so confused. I think you can tell I'm thinking about this. But yeah, as usual, Walt's been grumpy little baby. It reminds me of, do you remember that previous episode? I can't remember which, and I think it was before Jane died, but after Combo died, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, my memory. That conversation he had with Jesse about blowfish, and I always think that is so Walt. He is the blowfish because he constantly makes these threats and plays his one card of, being the cook and stopping and and he constantly pulls it out of his arsenal to use as a way to try and get that control back, or any type of control he can, because he's so not happy just being the cook, and he gets so angry and grumbly and frustrated, and it's like, oh, just stop. He's in his own little world with everything that could happen to his family and to himself, and and that ego of his, I mean, it came into play right at the end of the episode when he was drunk yet again, and he could not stand the thought of someone else being called a genius on his work. Couldn't stand the thought, and that case could have been closed. It could have been gone, he could have been clear, no one would have even been sniffing around Gus or him or anybody for ages. But no, he had to be like, oh, he's not the genius, it's somebody else. Oh. Enough chattering, let's get into it. Doggy your ears off. I've not started the previous episode again with Mike in the laureate van. Oh, different guy. Are they drilling into what's going on? Oh, are they attaching a pipe to the exhaust? Oh. I thought you were just dinner. People stealing from Gus, eh? Why is she listening to it again?
And then I remembered the message you left me the other day. You said you loved me.
I'd say Scarlett is good at figuring stuff out.
I heard that, I thought that maybe I don't know, that you were regretting what's happened. The message was some kind of goodbye.
No, he was gonna go and kill somebody that attempt to kill somebody that was really gonna kill him.
I think some part of you wants him to catch you.
For the glory, yeah.
When you get shot, when you open your front door here,
I've said that.
Some hardened criminal Walt, you are in over
Nothing's stopping
your head.
people coming in and murdering his family if you.
Of course it is. School teacher cancer? Desperate for money?
I'm not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot. You think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
You couldn't even knock on Gus's front door. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure that was supposed to probably be really scary and intense, but that was so funny. I'm the one who knocks. Go on, Walt. Before, he thinks he has this leverage, but Gus would find a way to replace him, and there is nothing stopping him from torturing or killing the rest of his family and forcing him to work for Gus for the rest of his life.
I know you think I was hard on you, but you learn. Being in charge is not easy. See me work hard like that.
I feel like there's an underlying message here.
I know. Can you be tough?
Not one-on-one, but
I'm sure you
he
can.
has luck on his side
Maybe
most
not.
of the time.
You can always tell your
Or
wife.
cars or chemistry. I was just thinking, is he going to go to the vending machine?
Thank you.
And I was thinking, last episode with him, when he wouldn't let Jesse have a gun or put on music or anything, like nothing that could have caused a distraction or injured the people that were in the setup, and I thought that was really good.
Peace.
Seems as though Jesse's trying, he's being sober and stuff.
What is going on with me is not about some disease, it's about choices. Choices that I have made.
I always say
Choices
choices.
I stand by.
Exactly. Oh, maybe get him in his car?
I think
Let's meet them.
it's time we got you your own car. What do you think?
Oh my god, he got it.
Said I guarded it, like backup, like a second set of eyes.
I
Everybody
like
has
this
backup,
shot,
right?
seems very... I think because of the ratio change, it feels like it's
I don't
similar.
know, Tyrus or a couple dozen
Maybe see.
muscle heads that Gus has working for him.
I saved Mike from getting robbed, even killed, maybe. So maybe I'm not such a loser after all.
Yeah.
This robbery that you stopped wasn't even real. Think about it. Your first day out guarding Mike, he steps out for 1 second. What happens? You immediately get oh, now this whole thing, all of this, it's all about me.
That's not going to convince Jesse.
Supposed to clean all this on my own?
Oh, this was on purpose as well. They are so punishing, Walt.
Clean. Yes, sí. ¿Comprates?
No,
it-
Gus
it's
said
bueno.
nobody down there.
Por favor. Entra. Sí.
You not know about meth heads. Maybe you do. They're kind of unpredictable.
He knows all of the meth
I don't
heads.
care for unpredictable.
There are a million of them in his house not long ago.
You may know this whole PIC in the car business, but I know meth heads.
Is it working? Is he enticing him out by digging a hole?
Yeah. Michael, you see John?
It's,
Oh, it's not. I thought it was, what's his face from Daryl's brother.
I know you were selling earlier, so.
Let's go outside.
I don't have enough for you, alright? Can't know that. What does that mean? What? You don't put thoughts in my head. You don't put thoughts in my head. Absolutely right. Tucker.
Oh. Look at him walking into the spotlight.
Come on, Tyrus, what are you doing?
I'm putting them on a bus.
Why? What bus?
I'm gonna take them back to Honduras.
Hey, wait a second. Wait a minute. Tell Gus to blame me, not them.
He does.
What did you think was going to happen? Unless that was his, like, plan in the end? I don't know. Is he like, you take away my workers, I take away yours type of revenge? I don't know.
I like to think I see things.
Is he potential?
And if you're so invested in protecting this family, it means protecting the story. What do you think the neighbors are going to say? What about Hank and Marie? How about the IRS? Once again, he'll blame his bitch mother for taking away what his loving father has given him. So, thanks for that. You know what, Walt? Someone has to protect this family from the man who protects this family.
Burn. So that's season 4, episode 6 of Breaking Bad. I feel bad for his whole I am danger like chat, because I'm pretty sure there are probably people that think that that was awesome of Walt, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of Walt. It's pretty obvious. I mean, his intentions are obvious. It's all me, and the selfishness annoys me. And there are good parts where he can use his intellect to do things that I really enjoy for the plot. But otherwise, I don't feel as though his character is going down. And you know, for someone who's obsessed with redemption arcs, I can tell that they're going the complete opposite way of a redemption arc with his character, and I appreciate it. But I feel so invested in Jesse right now that Walt messing things up in my mind is like, oh, you're messing things up for Jesse. I know this probably makes zero sense, and I'm just talking out my arse, but I really liked the little moments of this episode of, you know, I enjoyed Mike seemingly always having food when he's with Jesse, because, you know, he's going through his withdrawal, he's hugging his little coffee cup and he's encouraging him to eat, and he even made him a sandwich. And how, you know, Walt always dismisses Jesse as an idiot, or the only possible way they could be interested in you is to get to me, which may be true, but Mike lets him try and smiles, and he seems to be really proud of him. I don't know. I think the initial Walt and Jesse father-son dynamic that I really loved in the early seasons is kind of dissolving, and I can see glimpses of it with Jesse and Mike. So I think that's why I'm gelling with that more than Walt's storyline. I don't know, he annoys me that he is using other people as pawns in his, well, what he perceives to be wins. I mean, just because the car wash guy was like, oh, if you're in charge, you'll just put your feet up. So he does that and cheerses to the camera, and I just think, I was worried they were going to freaking murder these poor women, but no, they're freaking deporting them instead. And as usual, I am on Skylar's side. See, because I know people don't like Skylar, but me and her, we get on. We think a lot of the same things, so people probably hate me. I'm really excited for the Jesse and Mike storyline. That was really what was keeping my focus a lot in this episode. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm liking where they're taking Jesse after his fall, because with Jesse, he has a terrible time with Walt, and it was, you know, he said that when he was in the hospital and he was getting really angry at Walt, and he was saying how, you know, ever since he met him his life's gone downhill, but other people are building him up, and I like that because I'm curious to see where Jesse could go if he had that kind of build up. I don't know. I'm just talking out my arse now. But yeah, so full length and early access is available at patreon.com/SarahReacts. I'll see you next time.